Oh, why are you doing this today? Okay, never mind. Hi guys, hope you're well. So let's just get straight to it. Huda Beauty has launched her new set of foundations along with a new primer, and I am so excited to try this out. So this is the new Huda Beauty 4 Filter Skin Finish Foundation. The packaging itself is quite sleek and it is plastic. If you open it, you just need to swivel it to get the product out. I like how Huda's made this into a stick foundation, only because with the idea being more of a natural finish, if you're ever in a hurry, you can just, you know, apply it on, dab it with the brush, and you're done. The shade that I'm in is Chai, and I'm in the same for the original foundation. So let's get started with the base, and I'm going to start off with priming my face, and I'm going to use the new Huda Beauty Water Jelly Hydrating Primer. So this, I feel, obviously is meant to complement with the stick foundation if you're looking for that natural radiant finish. And the packaging itself is also plastic and it's quite similar to the original foundation shape. So I do quite like that as well. So let's just apply the primer, and I'm only going to use like half a pump because I don't like to overdo it with the primer too much. Okay. So the consistency is actually quite water-like. I was expecting it to be a bit more thicker, but I guess the name's in the product. It's a water jelly. Like, it does actually feel really nice when you're applying it on the skin. It doesn't feel too heavy. It's not too tacky, but it's just got enough of the tackiness, if that makes sense. Before I put the foundation on, I'm just gonna correct my under eyes, because when you're a mother, there's no such thing as a full night's sleep. So yeah, so I'm just going to apply the Becca under eye brightening corrector in medium to deep. So we'll just pat that on. With the foundation, Huda Beauty has released a foundation brush which looks like this. It's the Build and Buff brush. So one side is quite flat, it's very soft and very dense. So this would be to apply the foundation, and the other side is more of a sculpted. So I feel like this would be really good for under the eyes if you want to just get the foundation on there, or even conceal. I'm going to use one side with the brush and one side with the beauty blender, just see if it makes any difference. Because I normally like to use beauty blenders with stick foundations, just because I feel like it applies on better. So let's just do 3 lines maybe. Okay, and maybe just 1, 2 little ones here. Let's just pat this on. The colour itself looks like a match to my skin. So I do like how it's looking so far. So looking at the side, I do like how the foundation is sitting on my skin. You can tell that it's very natural. There's a radiance to the skin as well. You can still see my freckles, which I like when I'm doing like an everyday makeup. I prefer my skin to still look natural, but just a bit enhanced. So there's no like odd uneven tones, and it just feels very light. So let's do the other side with my beauty blender, see if it's made any difference. So again, 3 long stripes. Let's just dab that on with the beauty blender. So you get about 12.5 grams of product in the stick, which is about £32, and in regards to price wise, that is quite reasonable if you were to compare it with the Hourglass foundation stick, which is about 45 for 7.2 grams. Okay, so that's that side done with the beauty blender, and looking off from the camera, both sides looks really good. Let me just have a quick closer look with the mirror. So if I was to pick, I'd probably use the brush for an everyday daytime glam, just because I feel like the brush applies the product on a bit more fuller, whereas the beauty blender then gives you more of a natural finish, very light coverage. So in those instances, you know, both are very good, but just depends on what you want. Let's give my face a bit more structure, and since we've used the Huda Beauty foundation and primer, it makes sense to use the Huda Beauty concealer and Tantour palette just to see if all her products complement each other. So for the under eyes, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer, and this is in Coconut Flakes. Applying it under the eyes, on the middle of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and on my chin. Pat this on with the beauty blender, and I just love how concealers just open up and brighten your under eyes. It just makes so much difference. So let's just make this very flat face look like it's got some bone structure. And I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Tantour in Fair. I'm just gonna dab this on my cheekbones, under my jaws, on the other side, and just up the top of my forehead. I love how creamy this product is. It just applies on so beautifully, and a little goes a long way. You don't need that much product. Time to set my face, and I'm going to use the Huda Beauty setting powder in Sugar Cookie. So getting my beauty blender, I'm just going to dab it in lightly, tap off any excess, and just push that in under my eyes. I feel like when you're dabbing the powder onto your skin underneath the eyes, it sets your under eyes a lot better without creasing. Obviously, when I'm doing a full glam makeup, I would do the same, and then I would bake underneath just to make sure this makeup isn't budging. But when I'm doing like a day-to-day makeup, I want to keep it natural, I just like to set my under eyes by pressing it in. And I love how with this powder, it just brightens your under eye a lot more as well. So far, I'm loving how the makeup is looking. So let me just finish the rest of my face off, and then we'll see how the overall makeup looks on my face. Starting on the eyes, I'm using the Huda Beauty Haze palette in Sand, and I'm going to opt for a soft glam look. So using this soft peach eyeshadow, I'm just going to apply this on the outer creases of my eyes. And then I'm using this warm gold eyeshadow on my eyelids. And using my fingers, I just like to pat on shimmer eyeshadows just because I feel like it applies on better. And then getting a blending brush, I'm just going to buff out any harsh lines. And then using the dark purple, I'm going to apply this on the top of my eyeliner just to smoke it out slightly. And then using the first shade that I used on my outer crease, I'm just going to apply that at the bottom of my eyes. For blush, I'm using my all-time favourite, which is MAC Warm Soul. This blusher is so beautiful. It's the right amount of bronze and pink just mixed together, and it just gives off a beautiful warm shade onto the cheeks without looking too rosy or too contoured. And for highlighter, oops, the lid's a bit broken, but it's fine. I'm using the Dior Backstage highlighter in number 2, and this highlighter is so pretty. The shade is just the perfect colour of gold, and it just makes everything pop, as you can see. So I'm just going to do that on my cheeks, top my brow bones, my nose, and on my cupid bone. And then for lips, I'm using the Huda Beauty Bombshell Lip Liner to outline my lips, and then I'm filling that in with the Huda Beauty Anniversary lipstick. Because we all need a bit of gloss in our life, I'm using the Huda Beauty Lip Gloss in Ritzy, and this is a perfect shade of nude with a gold undertone. And just to make sure my face is all set, I'm going to apply the Huda Beauty Coco Mist setting spray. So this is the final look, guys, and I'm absolutely loving how my makeup is looking, especially the base. I always say that makeup is there to enhance your features, and I feel like this foundation really complements that. It just looks so radiant and natural. It doesn't feel or look caked on. In terms of foundation, I don't think I can fault it. I love how you can still see through my freckles. Yeah, I definitely recommend this foundation. Obviously, if you guys are into your full coverage matte finish, then I would opt for the Full Filter Original Foundation, because it is a heavier coverage and it is pretty matte. Personally, for myself, whenever I go buy foundations, I always end up buying the ones that are more on the dewy side than a matte side. I do hope you enjoyed this tutorial with me, and do let me know what you guys think, and obviously comment below your thoughts and like and subscribe. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time.